What's good? It's Sweet Life 360, and today we're going to be doing an astrological observation of the sky. We got the sun in Capricorn, and we got the moon in Scorpio. And the theme for this is building on our deep motives and desires and passions. Okay, with the moon being in Scorpio, we're going to be reacting and responding to fixated water, fixated on our own way of dealing with the emotions and feelings. But how that's going to be seen, how that's going to be expressed, and how that's going to be visualized is going to be filtered through cardinal Earth, Sun and Capricorn, creating and initiating a new way of thinking and being practical via our status, our career, our business, how we organize, how we gain structure in life, and what we want to be known for in our reputation, and things that can alternatively become our popularity. So these are going to be the things that we're going to be deeply connected to during this period of time, and these are going to be the things that we're going to be feeling deeply motivated to go for during this period of time. So with this opportunity planned out in the sky, how this going to be, we're going to take our deep emotions and feelings and motivations and desires and apply them to this earth energy, to this Capricorn energy, to make these things make more sense. So these things can be seen as something like, okay, this is something you're deeply motivated for. This is something that you're working on. This is something you're trying to build. So we're gonna have this opportunity to take this energy, this opportunity to join the two energies and make them make more sense during this period of time. These deep motives, these deep feelings, these deep emotions that we have, and make them make more sense. But be careful with this energy, because with the moon being in Scorpio, we can be manifesting some manipulative individuals. We can be manifesting some backstabby energies. We can be manifesting some alternative motive energies, because keep in mind, the moon don't like to be in Scorpio. The moon falls in Scorpio. So when we're participating too much with the world and people, places, and things that's on shaky grounds, this can kind of apply like a full moon moment with the moon being in Scorpio. So be careful with this energy as well. But with this transition going on with the sun being in Capricorn, this is like a transformative time, because we got the sun in late degrees Capricorn, so it's getting closer to Pluto. So with the sun getting closer to Pluto, this is going to put our actions and our viewpoints, all of our actions and our viewpoints and what we're forced to pay attention to, these things are going to be going through a transformation. So we're going to have a whole new way of seeing these things. We're going to have a whole new way of going about these things, and we're going to be more serious when we go about these things, because these things are getting closer to the space of Pluto, and we know Pluto is in Capricorn. So our actions and our viewpoints is being transformed right now. So it's maybe we may feel like, okay, this kind of be like a harder time for us to get with the program, especially if you're a cardinal sign. So this is going to be a kind of hard time to get with the program during this period of time. But with the moon being in Scorpio, this is going to give us that comfortability, that connectivity to be more harmonious with these energies, to be more connected to these energies, to feel more vulnerable with these energies, but not too vulnerable, because the moon is still in Scorpio. So we also got the moon sextile in Mercury, and with the moon sextile in Mercury, this is going to create another opportunity for us to take these deep emotions, these deep motivations, these deep desires, and communicate them more sufficiently, to make these things make more sense into our mind, so we can communicate them so they can make more sense to other individuals that we're trying to convey these ideas with. So what is Mercury? Mercury is the planet of intellect, logic, communicating, thinking. So when we got this energy in the sign of Capricorn, the things that we're going to be thinking about, the things that we're going to be communicating, is going to be via our status, our career, our business, how we organize and how we gain structure. So, and we're going to have this opportunity with the moon to deeply connect to these things that we're trying to communicate, and make these things make more sense, that they can actually be seen as something that can materialize and materialize into reality during this period of time. And we also got the moon sextile in Pluto, and with the moon sextile in Pluto, this is going to put us through an emotional transformation. We're all going to be going through an emotional transformation during this period of time. So, but the things that we're going to be going through an emotional transformation is going to be the things that we're deeply connected to, surrounding our status, career, business, organization, and what we're known for and how we want to be seen. So these are going to be the things that we're going to be emotionally transforming. And I was recording for like 10 minutes. I was recording for like 10 minutes, and I looked up at the phone and I was like, dang, I'm not recording. So this is like some repeated energies I'm going back through. But we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep the process going. But yeah. So we're gonna have this opportunity to connect to transform these energies. We're all gonna be going through this emotional transformation during this period of time. We're all gonna be feeling completely different about our status, our career, our business, our organization, our structure, and how we obtain these things, how we secure these things, our security, our safety, our shelter. We're all going to be feeling completely different and have a new emotional stance on these things, with the moon going through Scorpio, sextiling this stellium, this Capricorn stellium, sextiling this Capricorn stellium that we're experiencing. And whatever area of life you got this Capricorn stellium, that's the area of life you need to pay attention to. So, and we also got the moon squaring off with Saturn. And with the moon squaring off with Saturn, this is going to create a square. So we're going to be learning how to gain emotional comfortability with our associations and the people, places, and things that we associate ourselves with. So with Saturn being in Aquarius, Saturn wants us to see, look at our associations and separate if they're helping us or if they're harming us. So this is what Saturn is going to put us through the energy of separating and connecting to. We're going to be separating from the ones that's helping us, and we're going to be more connecting to the ones that we're going to be separating from the ones that's harming us and more connected to the ones that help us. But with the moon being in Scorpio, we're going to have to learn. This is going to put us through a learning circumstance, a situation where we have to learn how to emotionally connect to these people, places, and things. So, but this can also put us into an energy where we're too fixated on how we feel, and it may get cold. Like there may be like a shipping, like a ship sinking. We may not know how to feel about this, because when we're looking at the square, we also got to learn how to get out of our emotions and feelings when we're going about the things that how we attain security, how we materialize, how we gain structure and reality, and how we place boundaries and restrictions. We're gonna have to learn how to separate this. We're gonna have to learn how to get out of our emotions, so we can be more light and more free and more communicative and more open in this area. Because we got Saturn in the air sign, and we got the moon in the water sign, and it's least favorite water sign it likes to be in. So we also got moon squaring off with Venus, and with the moon squaring off with Venus, we're gonna have to learn how to connect to our love matters, and the way our love matters is gonna be played out, and the way our love matters is gonna be expressed and received in this period of time. With it being in Aquarius, it's gonna be filtered through the Aquarian energy. It's gonna be filtered through our networks, the people, places, and things that we are networking with, the people, places, and things that we are associating ourselves with, and the people, places, and things that we can share our uniqueness and originality with, and how we oppose and rebel against things. So these are going to be the things this is how we're going to be expressing this love chakra. This is how we're going to be expressing this love energy during this period of time. But with the moon being in Scorpio, we're going to have to learn how to emotionally connect to these things. We're going to have to learn how to gain that comfortability, so we can feel vulnerable with the people, places, and things, so we can share this energy with the ones that we are associating ourselves with. So that's how this energy can play out during this period of time. Make sure that you're not hopping into prejudging energies and going off based off an emotion or a feeling on how you feel about something without actually having the logic, the intellect to back and support it during this period of time. And we also got the moon trining Neptune. And with the moon trining Neptune, this is going to create a gift for us to connect to our dreams, imaginations, fantasies, creativity, and illusions and delusions. So these are going to be the things that we're going to be feeling comfortable with, because when we're looking at Neptune, we also got the sun, our actions, our viewpoints, how we see things, and what we're paying attention to. Sextiling Neptune. So with this sextile going on with the sun and Neptune, this is going to create an opportunity for us to make more sense, to structure, to mold this Neptunian energy and this creativity, and turn it into something that looks like it can make sense, to turn it into something that looks like it can be founded and build a structure, or build a status, and build a reputation around it. Excuse me, hold on. Build a reputation around it, build a status around it, build a structure system around it. That's how this opportunity is gonna play out if you utilize this energy in the right perspective. So, but with the moon trining it, we're gonna be feeling emotionally comfortable to connect to these things, to express these things. We're gonna be feeling deeply passionate about our dreams, our illusions, our creativity. And make sure that you're on a positive scale, the positive side of this energy, and make sure that this is more directed towards your dreams, your illusions, your imaginations, and your creativity, and not so much of the illusion and delusion part that can come with Neptune. So yeah, be mindful of that energy and you'll be on your way. And we also got the moon in conjuncting. We got the moon in conjunct Jupiter, and with the moon in conjunct Jupiter, this is going to cause this is going to create a misunderstanding with the things that we are emotionally connected to in our experiences, and how we place meanings and reasonings, and our higher education and knowledge and things that we're trying to learn that's new. Because with Jupiter, it's in Aries, Jupiter in Aries, so we're going to want to give birth to new experiences. We're going to want to give birth to new experiences, and we're going to be passionate about our experiences. And this can also put us in the energy of having like extreme, explosive experiences as well. So make sure that when we're going about our experiences during this period of time, that we're not getting in too much competitive energies, that we're not participating with too much of competing and competition energy, because that's where this misunderstanding is going to come from. It can be like the people, places, and things in your environment and your surrounding that you got to rub shoulders with. And you can just like feel this extreme competitive energy or internal competitive energy, because Scorpio moons can get into this energy as a lot too. This is how Scorpio moons like kind of like work a little bit, because they get into like this internal competitive energy with the people, places, and things like their loved ones or something, and they can start competing with them. And the things that these people actually care about, the Scorpio moon is gonna present an image like they don't care about this, but secretly they're just trying to compete with this person, place, or thing, or individual. So make sure that we're not getting into this competitive energy with the ones that we're rubbing shoulders with, and the people, places, and things that we may actually need at the end of the day. And we also got the moon in conjunct Chiron, so we're going to be misunderstanding our mistakes. So what is misunderstanding is going to come from the things that we're trying to, our passions, our motivations, our desires, our goals. But when we go to an extreme with these things, when we're trying to be too much of an individual with these things, this is going to cause a misunderstanding between the things that we're connecting to and our experiences as well. So this is where the misunderstanding is going to come from. So make sure that you're not being so selfish. Make sure that you're not being so self-centered. Make sure that you're not being so too much into your own passions, motivations, and desires, and trying to create and initiate a new way to see and feel about things, because that's going to tap you into that Chiron energy. And we also got the moon. We also got a moon opposing Uranus. So we're going to be feeling uncomfortable with our uniqueness, our originality, and our individuality, and the things that we're trying to change, rebel, and opposing against, so we can so we can have this new unique way of gaining security, stability, safety, shelter, and support into our lives. So we're going to be feeling kind of uncomfortable with this energy. So we're going to be kind of running away from our security system. We're going to be kind of running away from the things that make sense, running away from the things that's founded in us, running away from our structure systems, running away from our unique and individuality. We're going to be feeling kind of like diced out a little bit when it comes to us, when we're put into a circumstance and situation of us expressing our uniqueness, our individuality, and our originality, and things that we can change, rebel, and impose against, so we can have a new, unique, and original way of going about this energy. But this energy is going to be playing out through this fixated earth energy, Taurus, fixated on our own way of thinking and being practical. So this is going to be kind of like an uncomfortable energy, like participating with during this period of time. We're going to be feeling kind of emotionally uncomfortable with participating with this energy during this period of time. And we also got a moon. We got the moon opposing the north node. With the moon opposing the north node, we're going to be feeling uncomfortable with our spiritual path. So make sure that you're not running away from your spiritual path, and not really having that courage to go about the things that you care for spiritually, to go about the things that you want to build, go about your status, go about this. Because when we're talking about our spiritual path right now, our spiritual path has been filtered through fixated earth, fixated on our own way of thinking and being practical. So make sure that you're not running away from this energy that we really need to get grips with during this period of time, because this energy is really what's going to help us take this next step in whatever we're trying to build, whatever we're trying to found it, whatever we're trying to stabilize, and whatever we're trying to secure in our lives. And we also got a moon in conjunct Mars, and with moon in conjunct Mars, we're going to be misunderstanding our passions. We're going to be misunderstanding how to connect to our passions, motivations, and desires during this period of time, because we may be feeling too deeply about these things. We may be feeling like, okay, there's something else there. We're going to be trying to go too beneath the surface with these things. But what we really need to do is stay light in this area, so we can be able to communicate, so we can be able to articulate, so we can be able to have these conversations and share these ideas with the individuals that we are sharing that we're communicating passionately with, that we're trying to network with, that we're trying to associate ourselves with. So make sure that you're not trying to get too deep into the things that you're communicating, and too deep into like the things that you're trying to convey, and these ideas and these passionate ideas that you're trying to convey during this period of time. But yeah, it's been Who Eli 360. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Peace.